calls now.
We are Squawking Dead, a podcast. No, wait, hold on. You do it, Rachel.
We are Squawking Dead, a podcast pulverizing episodes of the Walking Dead universe. Sometimes we bring you news, sometimes we make you laugh, but most time we make you laugh. We don't make you laugh. We make you laugh.
Deep.
Most time we make deep.
We make deep.
Hey. Yeah, no, not Mario, we're live. We're live right now. That's right.
I gotta get on Instagram too, damn it.
We're dynamic. We're dynamic and live. So now all the stuff you get to see on the unedited episode, that would have edited that out. I would have edited that out. But now we're live. Rach, we look good. I think I did a good job with the overlay. I think you can't. Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah.
I can.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm watching.
It's like the first time we've had something like this ever before in our lives. No, we used to have it, but it looked like shoddy. It looked like it was a Zoom screen. It was like kind of crappy. So, okay. So we're just talking right now. We're just buying some time to see if everybody comes on. See, now I don't have to type in the chat. Now I can just talk to you directly. Lindy, hey, Lindy on Instagram. Lindy, fanart Lindy on coffee.com/fanart Lindy. I get to do that now. Mario, what's up, dude?
Hey, Mario.
You have to see yourself on the screen.
Not pre-recorded.
Not pre-recorded. Yeah, baby.
And I'm not nervous at all.
No, I have no idea what the numbers are right now, too. I should have put my own other chat up, but I could still do it. Actually, maybe I'll do it, and then I'll start typing in the chat like I'm not streaming right now. Today's a very special episode. And of course, this is going to get edited out in the audio podcast. That hasn't changed. We haven't done a live in a very, very long time. Hey, Jeff on Facebook, you motherfucker. Top Dog Walker on TWD.
Ooh,
yeah, we're live,
hey,
buddy.
Jeff.
We're live. Yeah, this is a very special event. I keep trying to say that. Keep trying to start up.
Now I see him.
You see him? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There's a little bit of a delay when you see it on the screen.
It's all right.
But like we get to say it before it actually pops on the screen, so that's pretty great. Okay, the reason why we're here is a couple of episodes ago in the pre-show, as we were talking about Handle with Care, that's episode 10 of season 6. You see, Mario says 10, so I believe him.
Okay, cool.
Automatically. Not my co-host, who's been with me for years. So, yeah. So I, in the pre-show, had said I had been trying to digest the events that occurred a couple of episodes back on Fear the Walking Dead season 6, episode 8, where John dies. And, you have an episode later, and we're still grieving, but there's another episode, so we have to move on. And then I thought of something as we were recording, and actually through a conversation with Becky, whereby I said, how do we square the circle? Like, I, for one, don't want Dakota to be dead. That's just me, in my opinion. Me, myself, and I, mostly. And a couple of people here and there. It's like, oh, I'm going with everybody else because they want her dead. But personally, David, I'm just going to DM you and say, I don't want her dead either. I don't feel comfortable killing children. So that's where I'm coming from. But I had to figure out where to put these feelings. Like, okay, how do I don't like her. I don't like what she did. I think she's a kid. I think kids make mistakes, and I think kids can be very horrible. We did that in episode 132. We went through all that as much as we could without losing our minds. So how do I square that circle? So where do I put all these feelings? How can I make it possible so that the show can somehow find a way to resolve these feelings? And so I started thinking about John Dorie Sr. because I felt like at some point, because they mentioned it in the series, and of course I literally just watched the next episode this coming Sunday, and I still want to do this live stream because I think there may still be something to it. My theory may still apply. John Dorie Sr. Why am I thinking about John Dorie Sr. all of a sudden while we're talking about John Dorie dying, Dakota perhaps living amongst the dam residents and everybody wanting her dead and everybody in the dam ostracizing her and everything? So I came to thinking this. What if John Dorie Sr., who's been away for what I confirmed for 40 years, what if in that time, because that's a long time, that's half of most people's lifetime, if they're lucky, what if John Dorie Sr. found a Laura of his own over the course of time while he was hiding away from trying to get that 2-bit mortician? and did get him, planted false evidence to get him, and then the apocalypse happens, let's say, I don't know, 35 years later. Let's just round that out, right? So in that time, what has he been doing? So I was thinking, maybe he got a lore of his own, maybe he got a family of his own. But then I was thinking, and Rachel, you can chime in with your theory, because we had similar theories when we started talking about this. Similar, but then it diverges.
Drastically.
Drastically. Very drastically. What if, in that time, John Dorie Sr. had another family? And then I was thinking, and I never confirmed the facts of the key, by the way. Some of the dialogue in the key between John and Virginia suggested that she used the same, this is what I think, and I'm just going to throw it out there. She used the same verbiage as John, knowing which way is up. Even though, in the letter to June, which she read, she had to have read it, because she intercepted everything, right?
The letter that the rabbi had? Jenny wouldn't have read that.
I think that, Ginny did not read that, but still, even if she had, and even if the correspondence between June back and forth mentioned his dad, because he often thinks about his dad, blah, 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 whatever. When he was talking to Rabbi Kessner, he said he left out the part about his dad knowing which way is up, the serial killer, two-bit mortician, all that stuff, and he did this and he had to do, but he felt like he knew what he had to do, because he wanted everybody else to at least feel like they were living in a world where they knew which way was up. And Ginny, in some way in the key, so this is episode 4 of season 6, says something that really got me thinking, but how does she know, how does she have the same verbiage as John Dorie Sr.? So then John dies, Dakota kills him, we're grieving, we're like, I don't know what to feel, I can't do this, they're going to reboot the Charlie thing, but with Dakota, the Charlie 2.0. And then I got to thinking, with the reveal of Ginny being Dakota's mother, and then we go an episode later, we do Handle with Care, Ginny has already died, and I was thinking, what if John Sr. met somebody else in the meantime? Now, John Sr. is in the mindset of like, I'm poison to everybody. Everybody's better off not being with me. But he finds somebody that he can live a life with within this time frame of 35 years, right? Now, Ginny seems about 30, 35, somewhat like that. Okay, fine. Then I got to thinking, who shot John? Dakota, right? Dakota's Ginny's mother. If Dakota was the daughter of John Dorie Sr. with somebody else, then Dakota is technically John's half-sister, and Dakota, his niece, shot him. And I'm not saying that makes things better, but I'm saying that the emotional toll of Dakota wanting Ginny dead for so long, finding out she's her mother, Ginny's Dakota's mother, then sort of saying no when she actually is shot by June, means there is some sort of cost here. And then additionally finding out that she killed her only living relative left, John, her uncle, who was good to her, but felt like she had to kill him to live in this free world where she can enter it with a group or community with consequences, even though she's doing bad things to get that free world. That would be so emotionally devastating that I think that would actually it would square the circle to the point where she's created the prison of her own making. Kind of like John Dorie Sr., who created the punishment of his own making as a result of going away after he had to do this wrong thing to put a bad man away. Kind of like John felt like, even though he was okay, he did the right thing, but it still ended up hurting somebody. So it's like the family tradition of trying to, So in that way, and what's the saying that we're starting to say for the season? You might not get what you need. You might not get what you want, but you like what you get. There is some sort of return, given that theory. Okay, now I'm going to let Rachel explain her theory and why, and explains some of the things that she's been saying in the last episode, and I think she didn't drop hints in the second to last episode because we were watching it. This is the episode where Alicia and Wes are in the bunker. This is the holding. Now, she had dropped some knowledge about, I think I think I'm on Team Riley. This will explain why. And I think it's very smart. And actually, between the conversations that we've been having with Mario in the chat right now and, what she's about to say right now, it kind of makes sense. Now, the reason why we're doing this right now is so that we can get your participation. It's a Friday night. There's better things for you to do, I'm sure. But then you chose to spend it with us theorizing about some of this stuff and maybe even kicking around some ideas. Yes, we're live, by the way. I saw some of you just hop on. We're live. We want to kick these ideas around so that we can make them better. This is the whole we are Squawking Dead part. If you think they suck, tell us why they suck too. So I'm going to let Rachel go on with her idea. So it's pretty much the same, but it just goes wildly
just
in different
a little,
directions.
yeah, definitely a different direction. So, John Dorie Sr. goes away in hiding. He's punishing himself and everything. Now, I personally don't believe he would have created a whole new family. However, he probably gets lonely and maybe visited a bar or two and maybe knocked boots with some pretty ladies at the bar. And maybe some children came from these encounters. I think Riley might be one of those children.
Oh.
Honestly, he might not even know he has another kid out there, right? Because you have a one-night stand, and then maybe you never see this woman again, and then she, could have a baby and maybe never tells John Sr. about this. So I'm not convinced Sr. knows he has any other kids out there, if he even does. Big if. However, I think... Now, we're going with my theory here. I think Riley's mother would know who he is. I mean, he's the guy who put away the psychomortician, right? The reason he hid away is because everyone was calling him a hero. Everyone knew who he was. So I got to believe he's a pretty well-known dude, So
some notoriety. Okay. I can cut that. Okay.
So maybe Riley's mom never tells John that he had a kid, but she tells Riley. Oh, yeah, this was your dad. He did this, amazing thing. He was a hero. Because she wants him to be proud of his dad, right? Not feel like he was abandoned. So she tells him this story.
And maybe even Riley, told him that he died or something?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe Riley thinks he's dead, but he did all these great things.
He was the brave man.
Yeah, he died in pursuit of Theodore Maddox and, or not in pursuit, but like...
Who was that?
He put him away and then he hid.
We don't know who
Teddy.
Who's that?
Teddy.
Right.
Teddy. So...
I could edit that out of the podcast.
This is what happens when you go live. So...
Right.
So Teddy... Riley grows up and is... I don't know when he meets Teddy. I don't have that nailed down. At some point... He's hooked up with Teddy. He knows who this guy is because his mom's explained it all to him. And now Riley is in a position to take Teddy down from the inside for his dad.
Interesting. However, what's great about your theory is that I can tweak it a little bit. I just want to show you how this could be easily you can go either way. Okay, yeah, maybe he's taking Teddy down from the inside, right? The guy my dad was chasing all these years, right?
Yeah.
But let's say he didn't know about this story. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe she doesn't tell him about the brave man Dorie.
Okay.
Right? Okay. He's a deadbeat dude. He ran away and your father's a jerk. He ran away. Okay. So the irony would be he finds himself needing a father figure, right? Mm. And so he finds it in Teddy. And the irony is he does get sucked in. And the worst part about that would be this is the very same man that drove your father into a hermit and to hide away from the world. And then he finds out suddenly from maybe some facts surrounding John Dorie's death, or it's oh yeah, he had a dad and he was searching for the serial killer. What was his name? John Dorie? And then people get that trigger thing where they go, oh, my heart hurts. And then they go, no, yeah, John Dorie Sr. What? Mm-hmm. I have a brother? Nah, not anymore. And then he kills Dakota. Square that circle. Yeah, you'd be like, okay, that would certainly write Riley in my books, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Whether I'm right or wrong about Riley being Senior's kid, I still think that there's more going on in Riley's brain than we know.
Right. As Mario and you and Mario were talking about that in the chat yesterday. I was like, yes, this is good. This is really good.
Good stuff.
You guys had basically said that it's, and we had even said this, I think an episode prior. So in last night's
In Dreams.
Yeah. In last night's stream, when we were covering in Dreams, we were chatting with Mario, and it was all about, Rachel, your thing was always oh, maybe he's working with the CRM, possibly, let's say, with a paramilitary group or something like that.
That was something I threw out too. Yeah, why not?
And his big thing and his urgency to get the key was just to get the key so he can take it away from Teddy, right? Because they know about the plan, let's say. Because you had said something very interesting. You said, well, he wanted to get the key, but didn't want to kill him for it. Didn't want to. It was he had the gun, and what did I say? I said, yeah, in this world, it's blam, blam, blam. Now I have the key. Okay, why am I sparing your life? And then
that's
also
their goal anyway.
Right. Yeah, and that's their goal anyway. But we had even said, like, Teddy, the way he's treating Alicia right now, Teddy and Alicia, it's like, this girl wants to kill you. But, like, because we spent, like, at least a fourth, if not a fifth of the episode talking about cults and why he does what he does. He gets off on converting people. That's what they do. You know, they it's not about killing people. It's about the conversion. It's about getting people to see your side and all that stuff. So, like, I can see in a world in which Teddy is just drank enough of the Kool-Aid to be like, it doesn't matter. He even said, it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
You mean Riley?
Yeah, right. Well, Riley. Yeah, and Teddy by extension.
Yeah.
Riley drank the Kool-Aid. So, yeah, see, again, editing.
Right. Well, and I mean, Riley being so high up, you know, next to Teddy, maybe he was extremely resistant in the beginning too. Maybe Riley was in Alicia's position and Teddy won him over, you know.
This goes to show, like, that we really, as much of a crackpot as Teddy as a character is, or two-bit mortician, or whatever, what have you, don't underestimate the power of charisma, and don't underestimate the power of a good argument or a convincing argument. They're out there. I mean, we get swindled by, I can't tell you, like, the level of people going, and this is, of course, now I can't edit this out, but, like, the level that people go to almost proselytizing the sentiments of a given political party. Sometimes I wonder whether they're reading from the cultist handbook to try to convince you that their side is the better side, and I'm singing it, and this is not getting edited out. So... But I want to read some of the comments, though, because so Mario says, would you think that the people in Texas know who Teddy really is? Yeah, and so Rachel kind of explains that. But
you got to remember, Teddy was locked up in the 70s. So I assume he was in jail until the apocalypse.
Right. He's got like a whole lot. That's why I said 35.
Yeah.
It's like, 40 years ago, but then
yeah.
add 5 to -5 for when the apocalypse may or may not have occurred.
I would hope that people would forget about Teddy in that time. I would hope. But
well, he's got a whole new generation to work on now, right? Like,
now
I mean, at least 2, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was a generation that's like
gosh.
about 20, 25 years, right?
Becky's blowing my mind right now.
I know. That's what I wanted to get to next, because Becky says, wait, what if... I have to say it, like, dramatically.
Yeah.
Virginia's parents were Teddy's disciples, and we're going to give Dakota and Virginia to Teddy. And wait. Well, let's talk about that first. Let's talk about that first, because that makes sense.
It does. It does.
It makes sense. And
kind of.
The thing that pisses me off about that is that Ginny, there's no impression that Ginny knows necessarily about this group. You know,
she
prior to...
does, though.
Okay.
Ginny does know about this group.
Because, of course, you and Sharon have been rewatching episodes.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Let's give the people a little bit of background.
Okay. So I spent forever trying to identify all of these things on Derek's mural that he was painting, right? Because we know that these are places that they attacked. We know this. We saw Nora's building. We saw Tank Town. We know this. So I've been trying to drill down all these other landmarks and what they are. And Sharon to help me out. The wooden structure down at the bottom is most definitely 100% Humbug's Gulch.
1.0. Do you know how I headed you off at the pass? When we posted it on our blog, you had said Lawton, and I put also, you said Lawton question. I said Lawton question mark.
Yeah.
In the, just before, because it was on the screen for our premiere. When I put it up on the screen for our premiere, blah, 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 what was next to it? I put Humbug's Gulch.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Question mark. Yes.
I was like,
and it is.
Yeah, it be.
Absolutely is. Sharon D zoomed in and found the water tower up there. So, what does that tell you? So, at the end of season 5, when our group says, look at what Ginny did to her own people, that wasn't Ginny. That was the Enders. The Enders did that. They took everybody out at Humbug's Gulch.
Yeah. And so here's what I said when, was it me, you, and Sharon D that were we in a voice chat? I can't remember exactly which. No, we were doing Shutter Shades, I think, right? No. Sharon D and I were in a DM on Twitter. See, this is, again, the power of editing, people. Sharon and I were in a DM about this, and she kind of spilled the beans on it to me. And I said, yeah, I know. That's why I put in the picture. And then, because she showed me the pictures, I was like, yeah, I know about the tower. Yeah, that's why I said it. So it's like, you're not impressing me. Okay. But then she said, and then we talked about this and now we're going to talk about it with you, because what I had said was, I get the feeling that they had a pretty interesting, satisfactory end when they brought the idea of the Rangers being in this Humbug's Gulch 1.0 and maybe turned against Ginny and they fought against each other. I think, okay, so of course, it's vague enough that nobody said anything about it. There's not much more is revealed. Who knows? And Ginny doesn't say anything about it either. So I don't think they had the end is the beginning people planned. I think they retroactively changed around some things so that, do you know what I mean?
Agree. I agree, because if we knew right from that moment that it was the Enders, wouldn't there have been a tag somewhere? They were keeping that in their back pocket.
Yeah, like a spray paint tag, like a graffiti tag, right? Yeah, and we hadn't seen those anywhere. You'd think there would be, right? It must have infiltrated them from the inside. They must have squared off. Who knows? Oh, Brian's
just
laughing
like Tanktown,
because we don't know. I didn't know what a tag was. Yeah, and so I think they had. Just right after that, they captured people's attention by shooting Morgan Jones and basically almost killing him. Will they, won't they? And so in the meantime, while everybody's massively distracted for several million goddamn months, they could think up of some really cool retrofitting of the facts to suit this new narrative. And so, I mean, and that's fine by me. If you pick up the pieces,
geniuses.
You decide to just change the configuration of the Legos to make a Death Star. Yeah, all right, let's do it. I'm with it.
Yep.
But you feel what you smell what the farts that I'm making, right? It smells pretty good, right? It smells like home cooking. Ooh, sorry, David.
Smells like hot dog water.
Oh no, well that's not so bad.
Ew! Gross.
As long as there's no cabbage in it. This is where we put the cut, like a fast cut that changes the subjects magically.
Yeah, see, this is the part where the screen fades out and then we come back talking about something else.
Right, or we put the cool little. Anyway. So the next thing that Becky says, free from the cocoon, is what if Riley is Dakota's dad? Like, what if Riley had mated with young Virginia and deflowered her, or I don't know, whatever. Using deflower. It doesn't have to be the first time. And yet it probably might have been because of what Ginny kind of alludes to with being upset with the parents and everything.
Being young.
So I can. That's a third theory, a little winger theory there.
Yeah.
Like winging it, like chucking rocks.
Possibility.
I'm digging it. Guys, give us more. We want more.
Yeah.
Because
so, are we
I
crazy?
Like what we're thinking.
Do you like this? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Tell us.
Yeah. So if you hadn't been here before, I basically theorized that John Dorie Sr. is Virginia's father from another mother. Virginia is John Dorie Sr.'s daughter from another mother. So Virginia and John are half brother and sister. Dakota is technically John Dorie's niece. John Dorie Jr.'s niece. Yeah. And then dum. Dakota shoots John, her uncle. June shoots. Yeah. Interesting though, right? June shoots the mother. Dakota kills John. There's a little lightning bolt thing going on here. So and so in that, again, there is some sort of come around where, you see Dakota going, no, I just discovered my mom is, once she's shot, I just discovered my mom, for the first time again. And there's like a regret, like, oh, shoot. I wanted her dead for so long, but, maybe this could have been something. Okay, too late. And then she had already killed John, her uncle. And so having that weight upon her conscience is a jail that that's a prison sentence that she will carry for the rest of her life. And so, and with Rachel's theory about Riley being Riley himself being possibly John's half brother, that's a whole other ball of wax. John Dorie Sr. came in the bar and knocked up his mom and went away again. Oh, I'm no good again. I just had sex out of wedlock. But I like Becky's theory. Let's put that on the board too. And then, okay, and by the way, that sex out of wedlock with Riley, and it could have either produced one of two things.
With Riley's mom, not with Riley.
John Dorie Sr. had an untoward relationship with Riley. No, okay. So. John Dorie Sr. now we have to fix it for the audio podcast. John Dorie Sr. had an untoward relationship with Riley's mother, producing Riley out of wedlock, and then it could go one of two ways. Riley's mom says to him, maybe, oh, your dad died in pursuing this serial killer person, and he was a brave man, wink, wink. And then Riley John's half-brother goes down and tries to take Teddy down from the inside. Damage from the inside. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, or it could go the other way, like the irony of him never knowing his dad or anything about him, and then joining the cult of the man who basically made John Sr. want to go away and being devoted to him. And then us, like I'm part of the gang that we've been following.
That's our group.
It's our, but they don't, we don't belong to them. They don't belong to us. I mean, they do technically.
They belong to us.
Yeah, we put money down every month. Anyway, so
we own them.
this is a cyclical relationship.
Terrible.
And so we give him some facts, our group, and then he suddenly has a crisis of conscience. You know.
Yeah. I like what Brian's saying.
Okay, so let's go back to that. Why don't you tell us?
I like what Brian's saying. I see Riley and his people, not Teddy, as military from the sub. Now, I saw a little bit of that too in some of the guys, but Brian, do you think Riley is also military?
Yeah, Riley himself doesn't see. I watched your video, but I saw the other guys having those military poses. I didn't as much see Riley. I'm
wondering
both can
if
be true here.
Yeah, how did Brian see Riley specifically?
Oh, so yeah. Okay. So wait, let's before we address that, let's just address this in order. So
yeah.
So I want to pump up Brian's video. If you follow Brian Castillo's YouTube channel, I think it was the one just before his recent one, which he just released a couple half hour ago. I think it was.
Ooh, nice.
The one just before, he talks about the people about the end is a beginning cult possibly being members of the sub from the beginning of the season. And so, he gives some really good examples. We even mentioned it on the podcast when we were talking about the holding. We had mentioned your theory, Brian. And so I don't know if I remember telling you. So now you know. And I actually linked to the video in our blog for that episode. It's actually embedded in the blog, so you can watch it yourself.
Brian, what did you think about Riley specifically, though? Like, I agree. The other guys sort of with him, I realize they're super... Oh, okay. All right. So he's saying Riley could be their supervisor or petty officer. So, okay.
Yeah. All right. Just go ahead and destroy our theory. Fine. Show's over, guys. No,
I mean, it could still...
we
even
like
with
talking
that,
about
it could all still be true.
Yeah.
There's a series coming up. That's true.
Dead in the Water is the series, the short mini series that's coming up. Now, some people had said that was going to be a web series again. I don't think they're going to make that mistake again. I think they're gearing up to make this another spin-off show, like a mini series, like maybe like a mini TW World Beyond. They will be putting this on some sort of streaming channel, or maybe on AMC Plus. Why wouldn't they keep this proprietary? Why wouldn't they want to make people get AMC Plus so they can get this content, or Premiere probably? So. Oh yeah, but let's go to what Cindy says.
Cindy's freaking out a little bit.
Oh wait, let's go back to Becky. I'm sorry, because now I can scroll up. Yeah, so Mario says something's definitely up with Riley, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, although I don't know, yeah, he seems pretty chill, but maybe that's why something isn't wrong. You shouldn't be chill in this apocalypse. Becky says, ooh, I see, I had a similar thought. What if that theory is true? John Sr. takes his granddaughter off to retrain her brain that killing is wrong. Retrains her brain that killing is... Oh, to save his granddaughter.
Right.
Which is why she's so antagonistic with Virginia. But wait, here's part of my theory that I had only just fleshed out now. John Dorie Sr. may have hooked up with Virginia's mother, but it could be similar to Rachel's theory, where he's in the picture for a little while, then decides to go away again. Virginia's mother hooks up with some other dude. Maybe the end is the beginning, guys. Who knows? I don't know. But either way, John's not in the picture. John is not the horrible man that Virginia refers to, who we're thinking did bad things and produced whatever. But now we know that maybe it's the stepdad. This is not even my daughter, Virginia, and she's doing bad things. Of course, what a terrible daughter, and so I'm trying to. I'm squaring. You guys are helping me mold this theory a lot better. I did just watch the next episode. We will not be talking about that. I'm including it in my calculus, but I'm not verbalizing those points, those reference points. So now we get to talk about Cindy's comments. I just tuned in, but what the hell? You think Riley's a Dorie? Oh no! Well, it's not my theory. It's Rachel's.
That's me. That's my theory
right here.
I do. I'll own it.
Yeah, I'll own it. I'm in her pickup truck. I'll ride along with that theory. Sounds good.
Crazier things have happened on this show, so why the hell not?
Yeah, and we just recap both theories, Cindy. So I hope you're still on the train. But thank you, Brian. Thank you for acknowledging our theory. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're a man of conviction, but it takes a lot to relent. and look, it doesn't really matter. The show's going to do what it's going to do anyway. So, but we're just having fun right now. That's the whole point of this live stream, is to just get them all out there and maybe even fix our theories a little bit. You know, I like your theory too, Brian. I did notice that they looked very capable, and they were holding their weapons in such a way that made me think they had some sort of at least police training, if not military, right, or paramilitary, or security guards, rent-a-cops. Okay, so yeah, that's it. See, Mario has a good observation. Wonder if the blue clothes that they wear, like the navy blue, dark blackish uniforms they're wearing, are from the sub. Great observation. I said Mussolini. You know all about that, right? From Italy. You know, just kidding. It was a joke from the live watch. Like, oh, they're fascists. Oh gosh.
They're talking about AMC Plus getting money.
Oh, okay. So
I think they're going to make a lot of content
Becky.
exclusive for AMC Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a smart move too. Like, if you're really trying to move in the direction where you own the channels with which everybody can reach the content. And here's the thing: the more content that they put on AMC Plus, the cheaper the price is going to end up being, because more people want it, right? When the demand goes up, the price does go down. And so if they can own the channels, and what happens then, and this is going to be pretty amazing, and I'm predicting this, and once they do this, once they have enough content behind the paywall, what's going to end up happening is they're going to do exactly what Paramount Plus is doing. They have a freemium version where you get commercials, so you get all this exclusive content within the bubble, within the framework. Once they have like the infrastructure, and then which will be like, you have AMC Plus, right? Not Premiere?
I have Premiere.
Okay, you have Premiere. So we both have Premiere. So we both cheaped out. Okay, fine. And I pay for the year, so I save $8 a year. Yeah. What do you think about that? So I think AMC Plus is about $11 a month now. I think something.
Think so.
I want to say it because you get all these other channels and all this other content. But
that I don't watch.
yeah, or it might be 14. I want to say. I think it's pretty.
I don't know.
It's pretty expensive. So yeah, so you'll get your freemium version, which is probably going to be in the single digits, like 5, 6, maybe 4. I mean, Paramount Plus is like $4 a month, I think. Sorry, Paramount Plus is with the commercials is $4, and so yeah, you easily pay a premium for without commercials.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's read. Oh my God, that would be insane. Cindy says, "Oh my God, that would be insane if Dakota and John were half siblings. That would be interesting." Right, and that's. Again, I was navigating grief, and so I was trying to figure out how do we get Dakota without getting Dakota, right? Like, how
Dakota would be John's niece, right?
Dakota would
Virginia
be John's
would be
niece.
his half sibling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You have to remember Dakota and Virginia are mother and daughter, not sisters. So. Yeah, Dakota and John would be uncle and niece. And so that's what I was thinking. Like, Dakota inadvertently killed her uncle. Like, basically the last living relative. You know, and all around nice fella, right? That treated her pretty damn well until he got in her way, quote unquote. You know, and then, yeah. And, you know, that
she just didn't believe him. That was all.
Yeah. And, you know, had she have known he was her uncle, he might have. Like, I could take care of you, even if she didn't know. Even if
I don't know. I mean, her experience with family isn't that great. Would knowing true. He's a relative have any sway over her? I don't know.
Well, but then again, like, when Dakota found out Virginia was her mom, she was feeling all sorts of things until, like, you know, finally June shot Virginia, and she kind of like... No, and like, oh my God, that's my mom. I didn't even have a chance to resolve that situation immediately. I thought, there's a lot of emotions on this show, man. I was crying just like an hour ago, not an hour ago.
Right?
Just watching the upcoming episode. Yeah, and you know what? Let's just preface this right now. We're not telling you shit. We're not telling you shit.
No spoilers.
Only thing I said was I cried. I didn't say what for, why. I'm just saying the show's emotional, okay? You know, I know, we do this. That's it. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you who's in it. Nothing.
Gives you all the feels.
Yeah, I'm not a reviewer. I don't get screeners. Laughter. All right, so Brian says I'm
bring tissues. When you watch the episode, bring tissues.
Oh, where's that at the end? Okay, yeah, bring tissues. I didn't have any. I was too lazy to get them. I'm doing this thing. Oh, my eyes are just sweating. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh,
I love that you were trying to stifle it too, and I'm like, I see you crying, and I see it.
Your hands were full too.
Yeah,
it's true. Yeah. Every time.
And then I heard one of these.
Yeah. yeah. It's gonna be Yeah, guys, it's going to be the reaction video. And speaking of the reaction video, why didn't we do this? We didn't do this. So first of all, if you got this far, first of all, like this video. If you're whatever platform you're on, okay? Oh, but Blazy just made it. Yeah, holla.
Yeah.
So like this video, and if you do have more to add, and we don't mention it, and we don't talk about it during this live stream because we're live, leave a comment in either the Instagram post eventually or the YouTube video or the Facebook video, wherever you're watching. But more than anything else, if you want to be part of the conversation in our pre-recorded episodes where we get to go all ham, we spend hours talking about the shit to reduce it only to 2 hours, head over to ko-fi.com/squawkingdead and just follow us there. Just follow. You don't have to buy us a coffee. You don't have to buy us anything. Just follow us there. You're going to get to know when we record, at least. You're going to get to know when the unedited episodes drop, when any Jackbox Games sessions come up, because when you do know, you can be like, maybe I do want to sit in on a Jackbox Games session, like join everybody on screen and have a lot of fun. It's only $3.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun. If you've ever watched this,
so much fun.
We only broadcast it on Twitch, so if you're not following us already on twitch.tv/squawkingdead, do that. Not now. You can wait, but do it right afterwards.
Soon.
So you know when we play. And by the way, we're like this close to being Twitch affiliates. This close.
I'm assuming that's a cool thing.
So it depends. It enables us to enable ads and to do really cool things. There's a
okay. It is
There's
a cool
drawback.
thing.
There's a drawback, though. There's a drawback. But we'll get into that at some other time. Some other juncture. We're not there yet. But but again, so if you follow us at ko-fi.com/squawkingdead, you'll know when all this stuff happens. And then if you decide to buy us a coffee, that'll last you 30 days. You'll get supported back content for 30 days. That means unedited episodes, recording session links, so you can join us in the chat. It means you can get perks. It means you can join us on stream when we play Jackbox games. There's some initial perks right when you buy us a coffee that you'll take advantage of right now. You get the free ringtone. You'll get the unedited episodes for our episode 100 extravaganza in 5 parts. So you get like a quick shortcut to all we've been up to in the years that we started this podcast. You'll get a little jump start. And I think there's a bunch of other things in there too, in the welcome email and the thank you email. So all this to say, thank you and if you do buy us a coffee during the stream, a message will pop up, and it could be "fuck you, Squawking Dead," and I'll be like, thank you for supporting the podcast enough to say "fuck you, Squawking Dead," and it'll show up in front of my face because that's where the thing is right down there. So, and it'll be there forever on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. "Fuck you, Squawking Dead" will show up with a little sound in your ear. It'd be kind of cool. I'd respect that. Okay. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, liking and all that stuff. And obviously if you're listening on audio, ratethispodcast.com/squawkingdead. This way we don't have to do it at the end, but we probably will anyway. Ratethispodcast.com/squawkingdead. Leave us a comment, 5 stars, eggplant, love us, don't love us, comment, communicate with us, all that stuff. Thank you very much. Good night. All right, keep going. So this gave enough time for people to say shit. Okay. Okay, cool. Romeo's crying. Well, I don't know. Oh, me? I'm Romeo? Who's Romeo? Wait, who's Romeo?
Romeo.
I'm not a lover boy. I'm not a tragic teenage lover.
From what I remember, Romeo cried quite a bit.
No, the dam, so to speak, finally broke near the end. It was like,
ooh, yeah.
There'd been sadness in certain areas, and I kind of held back, and I wasn't doing the right. I didn't do that, but like I saw something, and then it was like I saw 2 things. You saw the 2 times where like oh and then that got the ball rolling. I was like, this is gonna be bad for me later on, isn't it? And then I saw the other thing. I'm like, and then right, okay, all the stuff we get to edit out later. Oh, okay, thank you. Boondock Saints 2.
Oh, okay.
I never saw Boondock Saints 2.
I didn't see the second one.
And there's a reason for that. I saw a terrible teardown of the second one from a video essayist.
Hey.
Yeah.
Aww.
He said as if the first Boondock Saints wasn't bad enough, and he goes into the second one.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh man, you ruined everything I liked about Boondock Saints. So, anyway.
Yikes.
Yeah, how about that? I'm going to ruin your childhood. Remember our conversation about Empire Records?
I watched it the next day.
Did I ruin it?
No, of course not. You can't ruin that movie.
Good. Yeah, I wouldn't want to, but I kind of want to.
It's like the best movie ever. Kinda.
God damn it. Oh, a kinda?
I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Oh, that's funny. So right when Sharon D said bring tissues, right when Becky said bring tissues, Sharon D said the same thing, bring tissues. It's kind of funny on Instagram. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, Sharon, you've been here the whole time. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking. Both chats are together. Yeah, like one's in bigger font, so it's more like, it's grabbing my eye better.
I got like YouTube over here, and then we're over here, and then Instagram's on my phone. I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, you're not in the best position in the world. See, Rachel has to open all the things individually. I just have this one chat box with all of them. Basically, the chat box that you see in the video as well. That's what I'm seeing right now on the side, and then just Instagram right next to it. Oh, one handy dandy window.
And when you respond, your one response goes to all these different platforms too. Yeah, I'm like YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah, right now all I have to do is this. I just do response, and then it comes up on the screen on all 4 feeds. See? Response. Wait, hold on. Wait, Sharon, what do you mean by what do you want, Victor? I've been here. What do you want, Victor? She says, what do you want, Victor? Well, let me just...
Alicia say that?
Oh, what do you want? Yeah, that's good. Good call. Like, wow. I was like, you have to say it in the voice, though. What do you want, Victor?
Victor.
David. Victor. Yeah, so Becky says, I'm in the middle of a Friends binge. No.
Nice. I'm always binging. I fall asleep to Friends every night.
Oh, my gosh. My wife is the same way, though. We've mentioned this, but we never mentioned this publicly. We kind of usually edit this out, but she likes Friends.
Pre-show, post-show stuff.
Yeah, pre-show, post-show stuff usually. Yeah. This is why the episodes are super long, and then we cut them down to like 2 hours. And then we time bolt them, so it's a little under 2 hours. It's great. So you say Ross is horrible, right, Becky? And I'm like, but what enabled him to be horrible? Friends.
Horrible.
Friends. The show. JK.
Wait, is Ross horrible or David Schwimmer? Who are you talking about?
No, Ross is kind of horrible. Also, wow. Here, look at me getting invested now.
I don't think there's anybody on that show I hate. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
I love everybody.
Right.
I'm trying to think before I settle on that statement.
You know what's funny about that? It's like, I know we're digressing a bit. This has turned into a free-for-all chat.
As per usual.
in a sense, like Friends is the reason, I think, why Seinfeld was able to do what it was able to do so well. Because there's some people that probably watch Friends going, God, these guys, they just suck. And then Seinfeld goes, wait, you thought that sucked? This sucks more, but at least we're funnier.
See, I know there's this huge divide, like you're either a Friends or Seinfeld, like, and like there's no in between, but I feel like I'm sort of in between. I don't not like Seinfeld. I think it's hilarious, but I'm definitely more in camp Friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I finally got Sharon D's reference. I know it took me so long. Like, she said Empire Records. What do you want, Victor?
Victor.
Yeah, see, there we go. It's harder via text, Sharon D. It's harder via text. She said, we're on a break.
We were on a break.
We were on a break. Yeah. Well, this can turn into a whatever stream at this point. But yeah, I don't know. Like at this point, it's like, oh, we usually try to keep things on track, but there's no basis for this fact. It's just these theories just came out of our head, and I just want to assure you one thing. I realize that the show does not have to go. We have to say this like almost every podcast. Okay. I realize that the show doesn't have to go the way I want. And I recognize that you may not get what you want.
Get what you want.
But you like what you get.
Yep.
Okay, that being said, I really sat on this theory a while. I'm not that long, but then it came down to like, okay, when are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? Oh my God, we have to do it this week because the next week they're going to show John Dorie Sr. I'm like, oh my God. So literally a day after we premiered our last episode, we had to get on this live stream to do it because had we not, the next Sunday's episode is already out. You know, the cat's out of the bag. So what I did was I said, if I'm going to do this video, going to do this live stream, I have to watch the next episode to kind of see if it still fits within the matrix of possibility, right? And it totally does, okay? I can't say anything more than that, and I don't have to. I'm just saying that it still fits, which means pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Because if I say anything more than that, like, right? If I say anything more than that, it just I can't. I would say something.
We don't want to dip into spoilers.
Right. I would say something in particular, but I can't. So there you go. Yeah, yeah. So Becky says JD is an amazing episode. Again, I'm not going to pass off my opinion because I'm not a reviewer with screeners.
I enjoyed it. I can say that.
I'm so bitter. It's not that I'm bitter. I'm saying I'm bitter, but it's just the surface level. It's really like, I'm so sick. Let's just air our laundry right here. We're doing it live.
Well, we're live.
Yeah.
Great idea.
So, you and you and you know who I'm pointing to. You and you. Here's the thing. Okay, and I'm going to make this very clear because it's hard via text. Like, I tweeted a shit ton this week under my personal account saying, you reviewers, you motherfuckers. It sounds like I'm very, very angry. And I am. But let's just air this out. I don't care. I don't care about your spoiler-free review. I really don't. And nobody else does either. The thing is when you offer it, people are going to click on it. And so they want to know, because they want to know what the next episode is going to be about. But there is a significant enough amount of people who are like, I don't fucking care. I'm going to watch it anyway. I kind of want to be surprised a little bit. I don't want you to paint my perceptions. Okay? I don't want you to your spoiler-free review to invade my thoughts while I'm watching the thing for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay? Me and Rebecca Punch, we're on the same team here.
No, I'm with you. If I discuss an episode with somebody, or if I want to know someone's opinion about an episode, it's going to be after we both seen it. I don't want to know what somebody thinks of an episode before I've seen it, because I don't want it to change my perception of anything going into it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
With the exception of Sharon D's very nondescript running commentary when I wake up Thursday mornings that are amazing.
Oh my God. God, I stayed up till whatever in the morning to watch this thing. You'll never believe what happens. And she doesn't say it, but
No. It's usually like, what the fuck? Oh my God. F you, Sherry. What? Ah. Yeah. It's like all the sound she was making during the episode.
I feel like that the door, where John Dorie dies, like, I think that unbottled something in Sharon D. Like, it's like the need. And then I gotta stay up. Something's gotta come out of this fucking season for me to suffer so much.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not going to go out of my way and click on an article that somebody wrote before I watch an episode. After, sure, but not before.
Yeah, and I think the huge problem with these reviews is that they think that, and this is why I won't even say, bring tissues, or you're going to be mad at this episode. Like, first of all, you're already painting what the end of the road is going to look like. When even that is subject to interpretation. One of the things we said in the last episode was, I can see people not liking it. The last episode, because that happened already. So I can talk about that. But yeah, I can see some of these people not liking it. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't move the plot forward. Not really. I guess maybe sort of. But here's the thing. Like, if I paint my impressions for you of how this what to expect emotionally from this episode, then that already kind of is like a tincture, like, in your eye, right? You're watching this episode with their tattoo right in front of your face. And so this is my huge problem with these spoiler-free reviews. And they make such a big fucking deal about it. And here's the thing. Now that we're in this mix, you, Rachel, me, we're in this mix of being sort of a face of media, right? I know why they get screeners. The whole purpose for you getting screeners is because you are a writer. You're writing a bunch of articles, not just about The Walking Dead. However, some of the people that have these screeners that want to post their spoiler-free review only work on The Walking Dead or Walking Dead universe content. And so what happens? You have so much fucking time on your hands that, here's my spoiler-free review. Like, they're gonna watch this right now and be like, Dave, I took umbrage at this. No, I'm just, it's like Becky says, it's the airing of grievances. Once I get it out of the way, I'll be great. Like, and listen, I have nothing against them personally. I love every single one of them. Well, not every. Now they're gonna wonder who, but like, but I love every single one of you. It doesn't change the way I feel about you as people at all. That's probably a better way to say it, right? See, editing, where is it? But it's this one thing that really gets on my nerves. 100%. It needs to go away. I don't need your impressions before the episode even airs. I don't think anybody does. It erodes the value of seeing. And this is the main thing. This is the big thing that happened in season 5 was every single reveal was spoiled by AMC because of that one person that broke the news before it even aired on AMC Plus, right? That had a screener and said, this is who you should expect from the next episode. That, we know Isabel the person behind the CRM mask is a girl, and her name is this, and now you can find her on IMDb. Oh, Austin Emilio's coming back? Wow, that would have been great to find out when we watched the episode. Oh, Daniel Salazar's returning? Cool. I would have liked to see that in the beginning of the next, or the end of that episode. Like, it's just fucking insane. And then every single fucking one of them had to DM me in private after I took a rant on Twitter. It said, no, it's because of this person and he released it early. I'm like, I don't fucking care. If Fear the fucking Walking Dead account is spoiling it themselves because they feel like they have to get ahead of the spoilers. First of all, if that person had broken the embargo or told people who was going to show up in the next episode, that person may have spoiled it for 8% of the people in the world that watch Fear the Walking Dead. But now, Fear the Walking Dead, the account itself, which everybody is following, is spoiling it for everybody. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't follow that other person, so I could live with not having been spoiled. But now I can't, because if Fear the Walking Dead is going to release it, then everybody and their mother's going to retweet it, and of course I'm going to know. Of course, it's like saying, it's like walking around your house and somebody showing you a photo of you and your ex-girlfriend, like every 3 seconds, like, oh, you did it with her. Oh, she's horrible. Also, uggo, whatever. You know, it's like, I don't need that. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Just getting it off my chest, people, so we can celebrate Festivus with the rest of us. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, and again, you don't have to agree with me. This is just I'm just spitting shade, like Becky says.
No, I do. I do agree with you.
Wait.
You say it much better than I do.
Better is subjective. It's so subjective. I think I'm going to say this out loud. Becky says a certain social media manager painted one of the bonus episodes in a bad light because the social media manager did not like the episode. Yeah, and that was another thing. Well, let's use our example. The wrong end of a telescope from The Walking Dead World Beyond. Almost every single person except for, bless her heart, and I mean this in a serious way because I'm from New York, not a Southerner. Bless her heart, Sarah Beth Pollock was the only one who was like, yeah, it may not be for everybody, but it is still a good episode. Everybody just shat on it so hard. Shat on it like with 1,000 shits of 1,000 angry donkeys. And like, we go in, we're watching, we're like, I get it, I understand what you're saying, but it's still a good episode. You still get some really, really good nuggets. But going back to our point, we have that poop emoji in our eyes, and that's all we see when we're watching it. Well, in that case, it was kind of like a blessing. They lowered the bar down in our impression, in our what we were going to expect so far, that we're like, oh yeah, it's not so bad. You know, it worked the other way, the wrong end of an asshole, where the poop goes in. Anyway, so again, this is why we edit. I say stupid things all the time. Okay, that joke is bad.
Becky, I totally agree with you. Becky saying, as a caroler, find me spoilers painted the episode in such a bad light, but the episode wasn't bad. I totally agree. I was hearing all kinds of stuff about that episode ahead of time, and like
or Diverged,
how angry.
Too.
Was
worse.
Well, specifically Find Me because Leah was in it, and the carolers just like, I mean, everybody was so angry, and I'm like, and so I went into this episode with this sort of feeling.
This is gonna be so bad. I'm not gonna like this. Yeah.
Yeah. But well, I did end up liking it.
Yeah, and I was talking to somebody else about it and like had to talk them down from a ledge, you know? And
fish thuds.
Fish thuds, baby. Well, sorry. Fish thuds, fish
bangs.
Fish bangs. Yeah, fish bangs. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Fish thuds, baby cries. Because the what was it? The
captions. It was the captions.
Baby cry. It was baby cries in Fear the Walking Dead. When they finally go back to the dam. Let's see. Finally, yeah. And finally, I thought Find Me was like one of the top episodes in the. To be honest, in my point of view, Find Me was like the top of the bonus episods of season 10C. You know.
Oh, see.
I wasn't gonna out you. My favorite Becky
was Diverged.
See, but now you know I'm a true friend. I wasn't going to out you. You outed yourself. Right. I talked a friend off the ledge, you know, and we became better friends for it. So I'm glad I got to do that, and it ended up being pretty great, right? Right? I hope so.
Yeah. If I don't like something, I try to just keep quiet about it. I try to just keep quiet about it because nobody really wants to hear, I hate this, I hate that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if my opinion is asked, I will give it, obviously. But I don't know. I just try not to be too loud about my dislikes.
You know, if we hadn't got this kind of just ramping up of this kind of behavior, and let me describe this behavior. It ends up being this I know something you don't know kind of bullshit. Like, oh, I'm the nexus of all your information. Oh, you trust me as a reviewer. Oh, you love my reviews. Well, how about the spoiler-free review? Click on me once, you'll be addicted. And then you click on it once, and it's just clickbait. It's honestly just clickbait. They can't really say anything about it. They can't really describe it too much. And it becomes this really, really interesting, terrible, pointless, subjective, non-informational bullshit article. Honestly, it is just not even worth it. Oh, this person appears. Well, were you supposed to say that this person was supposed to be? No. Because it turns out that they were supposed to leave that a secret until comicbook.com. We can say this out loud. Cameron Bonamolo, of all people from comicbook.com, outed John Dorie Sr. People were not supposed to know. Yeah, not until the airing of. And so what happened, and this is the thing that Becky can attest to, that threw me, just threw me over the cliff. It was the fact, the first, and I'm not going to say who it is, that there's one particular person who does all this. I can't believe I'm saying all this I wouldn't even say this in a pre-record episode, but I'm saying it now.
Here we are live.
This is for all of you who, first of all, let's take a minute so I can calm down. For all of you who come to our premieres and spend time with us, you get this for free. This is going to happen. But it's this one person who virtue signals the fuck all the fucking time. I'm not going to say names, and if you say the name, I'm not going to confirm it, but it drives me up the fucking wall all the fucking time. And yet, I was saying this to, I think it was Becky. I said, I am so glad that they're there, because it is such an exercise in trying to accept all opinions. You're talking about, it's good to have somebody on the margins challenge you and push you and push you and push you to want to kill them, and you don't. And then, no, I mean, of course I don't want to kill them. Of course I don't want to kill them. I'm just saying, I don't even kill a kid. I'm serious. I mean, of all people, you want to kill a kid, right? Right? We're in agreement? Okay, no. But...
I mean... The circumstances
just one kid, right? Particular
depends on the circumstances,
right?
I'm not saying
no, it doesn't. I mean, maybe extreme.
I'm not saying kill all stupid kids. Oh wait, I did say that.
Play the clip. I'm not saying you should kill the stupid ones. It's in my head, right? Locked and loaded. Anyway, so what I'm saying is this. First of all, this person virtue signals the fuck out of everything. So when that person had outed themselves, that person was the first. Wow. So no editing now. I have no safety net. That person was the first person to point the finger at that writer and go, yeah, it was that person from comicbook.com, and it put a link to the tweet and everything, and everybody and all. But here's the thing that bothered me the most. All those other people dogpiled the fuck out of that fucking tweet. Just started quote tweeting. And I'm like, then in my personal account, because I just couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, I love when these spoiler-free reviewers take the moment to point out the person who outed a fact that wasn't supposed to be outed with their spoiler-free fucking reviews. It's like, you're really, honestly, that person just let out one little fact. You guys are all doing the same thing, and it's really fucking annoying. And I, for one, don't want it. And if you don't want it too, we need to start saying something about it, because if nobody wants this thing that they're giving away for free, and if they look at the metrics, they may even find that they have the numbers, and that's all clickbait shit. But to be honest with you, this is a symptom of a much bigger problem, and I'm getting serious right now. It's the same conversation I had with you about NFTs and the Kardashians, and I know it makes you mad, but we're not going to get into it. But it's that people make it a thing. And if you, first of all, the first thing you need to do is vote with your feet. If you don't like a bit of content, or if you think this content is damaging to the fabric of the fandom, don't click that link, because that's how they get paid. And then second, say something. I don't like these spoiler-free reviews. And don't say, I love you. Just say, I love you, but these spoiler-free reviews gotta go. They gotta go. They're just messing with our impressions, and it reads in the end of the day. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm saying think about it. But at the end of the day, it's I know something you don't know. I'm giving you things that you would know if you just read the description for the episode. And even that's better than reading the spoiler-free review, because now they're dropping feelings into it. Those people that write the descriptions for the episodes on AMC, they're very careful, not like these reviewers, about what they're going to reveal, because that's what they're comfortable with you knowing, so that when you watch the episode, you're not influenced by the description. They give you just enough to go, oh, this person is appearing in this episode. This person's appearing in this episode. This thing may happen. This thing may not happen. They are so careful because they don't want you. These reviewers are not interested in you not getting spoiled. Not to the point that AMC is right now. So, because they know everything that's going to happen. So they're not going to want to give you something that's going to make you want to go down a rabbit hole. Wow. How did this turn into finding John Dorie Sr. to finding Dave's sanity? But this is what you get with the unedited episodes. So this might as well be a commercial for that. That and much more. Like, okay, you think this is bad? We talk about ourselves? Holy shit.
Well, I'm already doing my part because I don't click on any of those links or articles.
Yeah, so same here.
I just don't. I don't even understand why it's a thing. I really don't. I mean, that's just asking for things to be spoiled. Like when you put stuff like that out there, like it just doesn't make sense to me. I can't wrap my head around how that's a good idea to give people screeners. Yeah,
I mean, I get why they're given screeners, because they're writers, they're writing tons and tons of things all the time. I'm fine with that. But the problem with these spoiler-free reviews, they're misappropriating what the screeners are supposed to be about. They're supposed to be so that they have adequate time to prepare all their materials ahead of release, because they're writing stuff even after they prepare those materials so that they can be sent back to the editor. The editor can approve what they've written, and then they can push it out. You know, what if they have to rewrite it? They have to go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So
right. They shouldn't be allowed to put these articles out until after the episode airs. They shouldn't be out ahead of time.
But yeah, and then they have this you know what? That's interesting. You know what? Let me explain two things about me before we continue. I would be okay with what you just said. If they had to go through more than just an editor, like let's say Undead Walking or Fansided, which is Undead Walking is part of Fansided, and Culturist I think is also part of Fansided, and all these other outlets. Insider is not part of Fansided. Entertainment, Screen Rant, all these different properties. If they had to go to AMC before posting their spoiler-free review, that would go a long way. Then they can say, hey, we're not comfortable with this, you saying this. We're not comfortable with the way you said that. You know, you're passing off impressions, and I don't want we don't want you to pass off your own impressions to kind of tell you how people to think, how people should think. But let me go back to me. I'm a libertarian, so I think people need to be responsible for their own decision making, right? People need to be responsible for themselves. People can put some things out, and you shouldn't have like some sort of authority figure saying, hey, you shouldn't do that, and you're banned from doing that. No, people should be able to do what they want, but people are also responsible for how they perceive the world, how they react to the world. So, I'm not saying
don't put the article out. I'm saying wait till the episode airs, then tell us your opinions. That's all I'm asking.
And here's the thing. I'm okay with them posting a link to their spoiler-free review. I am not okay with you putting that shit on social media in a huge fucking thread. Because now, here's the thing. Your Twitter thread is however long, and it just keeps going down to my feed. And I'm like, what?
Can't get away from it?
I can't get away from it. It keeps going. And I'm like, and here's I don't want to have to mute you. I like you. Even the other person that I was saying that infuriates me, I like you too. I tolerate you. But, I don't want to have to mute you. And again, look, I said this to Becky. I said, this person makes me a better person in knowing how to react to that person, or that person that I don't like, that kind of person that does things like that person does. It makes me a better person. It makes me accept opinions better, behavior that I don't like. But at the same time, it's one thing if you're presented with a link with which you can go into and watch the spoiler-free review. But these emoji okay, I know this is going to out one person if you know who this person is, but the spoiler-free emoji reactions, I can do without that. Sorry, I love this person to death, but I can do without that. Sorry. If that's you too, by the way. If that's you, I'm just criticizing the move. And this is even the Walking Dead account, right? I think it's either the AMC Walking Dead account or the Walking Dead by Skybound. But either way, because it's the same thing. It's like, so there's skulls here, so I'm supposed to expect somebody dies. Oh, there's blood. There's lots of blood. Is that the zombie? Is that a person? Right? So I don't need that shit. I don't need it at all.
All I need are Sharon D's reviews. Then I'm pumped to watch the episode.
Like if I was watching your reaction video, it'd be like, I'm like, that's entertainment. But then I'd have to click the link. I don't see it behind a paywall, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I don't see it in front of that link, you know? I have to click the link to see it. So I have the option.
Even reaction videos can be spoilers, though, because, I mean, sometimes you shout things out.
Yeah, and I don't release our reaction videos don't come out until after the public airing, which, and that's another interesting thing, right?
Exactly.
All these reaction videos on the web, but here's the thing. You have the option of clicking the video to make it play, right? The reaction video, right?
Yeah.
You're not, nobody's
You could just not do that.
Nobody's going like this to your Twitter or Instagram. Instagram is a different beast, right? Why would you post your your reaction video to Instagram unless the episode's aired already? But nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this in your face except for Instagram. Yep. So you have the option. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, but yeah, Charity, you don't even post yours until like midweek usually, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, right? For the UK/Europe audiences. So because by the way, you should, I don't know why you're not, but you should be following Blazy Gardner on all the social medias. That's BLAZYGARDENER MOUSE. No, don't say MOUSE.
No, I'm a USC.
But yeah, she posts a whole bunch of shit. Like you can join her trivia tournaments. You can go to, you can get her reaction videos too. Like you, Rachel, and a bunch of other people from Instagram, Twitter, and all that. You guys get together and you watch you have your own little reaction videos.
We have weekly watch parties. So yeah, you can DM her or I to get in on those.
Yeah, and if you want to. And of course, if you want to join me and Rachel, basically most of the time, I think all the time so far. When we're recording my reaction videos, you should definitely follow us on ko-fi.com/squawkingdead, by the way.
Yeah, he's pretty hilarious to watch. Quite entertaining watching Dave watch the show.
You think the reaction videos are something? You should watch because I'll cut things out. I had to cut so many things out of the last one because of how heavy the episode was, and I mentioned this in our last podcast, but yeah, I said some pretty fucking crazy things. And then of course the episode turns sad. I'm like, well, I'm going to have to take this out. I'm going to have to take this out. I'm going to have to take... But I left in the one where I say, yeah, you're going to show her how to grow up. You're going to show her... Yeah, you will. And I'm like, oh, man. Oh, no, she won't. I'm watching this. I'm like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen, son.
Yep, that's how I was sitting there watching you. Every time you'd say something, and I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh yeah. And Charity hit on something very specific. She said, I'm ready to watch him cry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this next reaction video, I do cry. It may even zoom in on my face, even though it's going to be pixelated.
Zoom in on like the one tear trickling down your cheek.
And what's that background music? Oh
yeah,
you know, like whatever.
We'll get you something sad
with the violin.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how it's going to come out.
Yeah, Alania was there in our watch party today with Dave too. Yep.
Yeah,
Alania and Dave.
Alania saw me cry.
Yep, it's true. So if you join our watch parties, you can watch Dave cry too.
So Becky says, that's funny. Okay, so Becky says Skybound used to do the emojis and they stopped. I think they only do it with The Walking Dead. That's the thing.
Oh.
Because, they did do it in 1015, I think. And maybe even 1016, but maybe after the pandemic, it was kind of, or not after, but like when they started showing shit again, they stopped. But yeah, when she also says, when Carol and Daryl goes canon, I will hide from you, David Sono. I don't give it away until you see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. If they do, yeah, that's going to be so hard. The internet is going to just it's going to turn into real life, the internet itself.
The internet might actually break.
It might actually break out of its electronic bond and will ring my doorbell and go, hey, hey, Carol and Daryl are a thing. Also, I'm sentient. Like, that's what it's going to do. Because there's no way the internet itself, it'll play that on the news. It'll come up in newsletters at my door. Yep. It'll be in my Chinese food takeout menu that the guy leaves in the fence, right? Do you get
It'll
those?
Be in skywriting.
Yeah, skywriting. Carol and Daryl are a couple. Yeah, exactly.
Planes with banners flying by. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know what? It better not happen. Carbon emissions will go up so high. Let's just... Guys, don't do it. Don't do it. We don't need the internet to be alive. It's not a good thing. I mean, look, you watch Terminator.
Yeah, no thanks.
You have to go back to the future. Anyway, so yeah, it's a common mistake, Alania. She says I always forget to study for trivia. Yeah, that's why I said what I said. You gotta study. You gotta
We
study.
have watch parties every week. We do rewatches too.
And you can always watch
Jump
Walking Dead
in.
episodes. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Seasons 4 through 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. We got you covered. So you just put that shit on loop at 1.5 times the speed. You'll get through it in no time. Trust me. We do it every week. Oh, see, Brian's saying you have to now sing Blazy Gardner in the Mickey Mouse song. B-L-A-Z-U. I can't do it now. It was in the moment. I can't. I lost it.
B-L-A-Z-Y-G-A-R-D-E-N-E-R, Blazy Gardner.
B-L-A-Z-Y-G-A-R-D-E-N-E-R. So you have to do it at the end.
B-L-A-Z-Y-G-A-R-D-E-N-E-R.
Actually, so Becky says I agree. It will be like Kyle and get sucked into Facebook, like Kyle Reese from Terminator. But then honestly, if anybody who gets the reference, do you remember Captain N in the game, the Captain N the Game Master on Saturday mornings? No. It was Captain N was supposed to be short for Captain Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was sucked into Nintendo World, and he got to meet Mega Man and Kid Icarus and
Ooh, fun.
fight King Hippo and Mother Brain and Donkey Kong. This is one of my favorite things growing up. So you can rewatch them. Go ahead. And the Princess from Zelda. Go watch it. Go watch it. Yeah, nostalgia route.
Zelda.
Well, no, Captain N, the Game Master. Please, come on.
You said the princess from Zelda.
Oh no,
Wouldn't
she's
that
a
be
princess. Oh, Zelda, right? That's right.
Wouldn't that be Zelda?
But I don't know if she's referred to as Zelda. I don't know if she's referred to as Zelda or maybe Princess Zelda, or I don't know. I don't remember.
Z.
I don't remember what she was. I don't. It could have been the princess from Super Mario Brothers too. I have no idea. It's been so long. Look, I haven't been 10 years old in a long time. So just saying. Yeah. Should we end it there?
Yeah, I think we beat this one pretty much.
Yeah.
Up one side and down the other.
Yeah, there's going to be so much edited out of this. I'm just going to tell you right now. There's so much I do not want to.
There were so many people here to watch us live, too. I'm so happy everyone was here.
And we just got between the streams right now, we just reached double digits and 2 people on Instagram. I think one of them's you, though. I think it's just you and Sharon.
Me and Sharon D.
Ebony and Ivory on Instagram. Yeah. And look, Brian just trying to get me in his good graces. Legend of Zelda is the greatest game series of all time. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Breath of the Wild, chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. I love it. Oh my gosh.
And speaking of, I have a theory about that too. A pretty good one, actually. Thanks to Fear the Walking Dead, it kind of helped me with that one. There's Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be coming out at some point, and I have a kind of like John is Dakota's uncle kind of theory about the Breath of the Wild 2, how they could do it. So yeah,
fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. In any case, sorry if you guys just tuned in now, and I know a couple people already have. You can always watch the replay, but it was really just a theory video. We discussed some theories. We added some more to it thanks to your help. The people in the chat, the lovely people like Brian, Becky, Alania. Who else is on this damn thing? Oh, yeah, Cindy. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, maybe. Mario. Of course, Mario
was here.
Mario was here. Oh, he's great. Yep. And Charity popped on to Instagram. Motherfucker. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and Linda in the beginning. Where the hell did you go?
Yep. Linda did have to go. She said goodbye. She did say goodbye, and she had to go. Yeah. Yeah.
So with that, everybody, thank you for joining us. And again, turn on your notifications, goddammit. Well, subscribe to us on YouTube, obviously. Facebook, I don't really care about, because we'll post the YouTube video there too. But yeah, definitely subscribe to us on Facebook, on YouTube. Enable notifications on social media. We don't tweet that much, really. Just put notifications on everything, or the thing you prefer the most. But if anything, try to follow us on ko-fi.com/squawkingdead, because then you'll know all the stuff that we don't post on social media, like when we record, when the unedited episodes go up, when the Jackbox games, when you can get the link to the Jackbox stream where you can join us on screen. So please do that. And if anything, if you are listening on audio, head over to ratethispodcast.com/squawkingdead. 5 stars and eggplant is all we need to know that you love us, but please use it as a communication mechanism after every single podcast, because it really helps. It's the only way, in an ocean of millions of podcasts, that's the only way for us to kind of be more visible as a Walking Dead universe podcast. We are getting there with your help, and the only way we're going to get there is with your help. So thank you for that. Thank you, Austria, mostly.
Thank you.
We're Austria's bitch.
Austria.
That's for the rest of our lives. That's all. That's it. I'm going to learn.
I'm gonna fine with that.
Austrian, German, and we'll be great. Yeah, exactly. And with that, everybody, thank you for joining us on a Friday night. You spent your time with us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations to you.
It's still early enough to go get a drink.
Yeah, two nights in a row. 2 nights in a row, most of you. Thank you. So, thank you. We'll see you very soon. We love you very much, and I can't wait to break down this next episode. And watch out for that reaction. This is why I tell you to enable notifications, because you need to watch out for that reaction video once we air it. We're going to try to get it out Sunday night, if not Monday night, because just so everybody's watched it all over the country and the world. So look out for that. Turn on notifications. Thank you very much. Have a great night, and take care, everybody. Oh, we should do the... Yeah, bye. should we do it? Yeah.
Should we do it? Do it.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.